Hello, and thank you for joining us on today's episode of the Water Cooler Guys Chat. Now please welcome Nighswonger, Wiseman, and Mortar. Take it away, fellas.
Well, maybe not. We'll get rolling here.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
The crowd just doesn't know what to think.
They don't. They clap, laugh, and then cheer. Yeah.
How many people are in this audience? I didn't know we had that big of an audience. Wow.
Oh, don't shrivel up and get stage fright on us now. You'll be all right there. How's everyone doing? Thanks for joining us this week around the old water cooler there, guys. It's had a week or two off here. We've had some busy schedules, year in, beginning of year. Some nice stuff for me every year with the old accounting and inventory. Keeps me a little busy, of course, with holidays. But we all have our own little adventures that we got going on in our own lives that keep us busy. So we are glad to join around the water cooler this week. So how's everyone been? Been all right here?
A little toasty.
A little
cold
toasty,
outside.
yes. We got the snow apocalypse out there, which we ended up only getting about 3 or 4 inches. We didn't get the full foot like they were saying there, but hey.
See, I've got like 7-8 inches out here.
Do you?
So,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
It's deep.
yeah. And did you guys get any ice down that way?
Thankfully, no. At least not yet.
Yeah.
No, this was all just a dry powder snow. Like you could almost sweep it with a broom. It was that easy.
Yeah, Tanya wants me to bring the leaf blower into the house, so she loves that leaf blower and she just wants to sit there and leaf blow and blow that snow around. Yep, she's got the batteries charged. She's ready to go. So
Nice.
the snow didn't really bother me. The one part I wasn't really looking forward to is going to be occurring tonight with those negative 20-degree temps and carrying through in the morning. That's the part I'm not really looking forward to, but here we are.
It's the going back and forth. Whenever the temperature starts to rise and everything starts to melt, but then the sun goes down and it drops back below freezing and then everything freezes over.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the part I don't care for so much.
Yeah. So we got to play a little hermits here, as I was telling you guys earlier there. Didn't mind it at all. It was kind of fun, just hanging out around the house, watching some movies. Tony took some naps. I played around on the internet, watched the football games. Looks like we have a Seattle Seahawks versus New England Patriots Super Bowl here. So I'm actually looking forward to that game. That's going to be a pretty decent game there. So had it been New England and the Rams, I would have been looking forward to that game as well. So just sorry for the Broncos and Bronco fans. Sorry, I just starting quarterback went out. I didn't care to sit and watch the Super Bowl with a backup quarterback that's probably going to get exposed and got exposed in the championship conference game. So yeah, that feel like got 2 decent teams in there. So
I am excited for the Chiefs come next season.
Yes, Eric Bieniemy. Glad to have him back in house and. You guys
Welcome back.
Listen to the New Heights podcast, the little snippets. Travis Kelce is glad to have him back in the house, in the building as well. Kind of leading you towards that, hey, maybe come back another year. We'll see. So hinting around at that possibly. So yes, looking forward to that. And see if Mahomes can be there week 1. That'll be quite a task if he's able to do that quick turnaround. So.
I hope he. I mean, man, I want him to do this well. I want him to get that thing. I don't need a time frame of him getting back. I just want him back healthy at this point. Like, let's. I don't need him to prove any points here just to get up there and pop it again or do something.
I think us old Chiefs fans are willing to wait if it costs us another season. Listen, we're built different as old Chiefs fans from the Marty Schottenheimer days. We're okay waiting a couple extra seasons. Not this season, maybe next season, but for sure in the 3rd season from here.
Man.
Oh, look out. We're coming.
Yeah.
Like, that's sometimes how we used to think.
I'm all of a sudden thinking, oh, good, Chiefs tickets will be a little cheaper now. I can go to
Yeah.
a game a little cheaper.
Got to pay for that new
No.
stadium coming up,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Darn it.
Yeah.
I tell you, if I go to the Arrowhead in the next few years, I'm taking something, a rock. I don't care, a piece of stick from the stadium. I'm taking something.
We'll be
Nighswonger here is going to be taking like a stadium seat, just the bottom seat portion of it. Just
be able
Heck
to
yeah.
get up close to it when we head to the Royals game there later on. You'll be able to walk up close to it.
there you
What
go.
what are they doing? I haven't actually looked. What's going on with Royal Stadium with Kaufman?
They haven't made any progress on that. The couple areas that they were looking at, the areas were like, yeah, we're done talking. You like guys are just dragging your feet, and so they're like, yeah, we're out of it. Yeah, good luck somewhere else, And so yeah, we'll see. It's kind of, I think, 4 or 5 years is when they'll be out of there. So I mean, they have a little time. I think maybe take a couple years to build a stadium wherever they're going to be. So I mean, they still have technically a little bit of time, but I think they were trying to ride the coattails and the momentum of the Chiefs, and they're like, yeah, let's gain some momentum off that and sign somewhere else, and just hasn't happened yet. So we'll see where they end up. Coughlin's a beautiful stadium, but I've yet to see any renderings. I say that I've liked of the potential new stadium outlook, except for one here recently, and it looked really sharp. So we'll see if they come through with that and where they're going to put it as well. So yeah, it's looking forward to the Super Bowl in a couple weeks.
How awesome was Kansas City, though, to have both Chiefs Stadium and Royal Stadium within eye shot of each other? Just you're at the same spot. Like, that is
Yeah.
unified. Is there a place like that anywhere else on any other teams?
No, not football and baseball sharing the parking lot basically, and the stadium's literally a stone throw apart from each other. Very unique and an old school in the sense that that's where you still had a lot of the tailgating. You had people going there and tailgating, hanging out and everything. All the new mindset is building these stadiums in the downtown or a business district area to get the revenue from parking, get the revenue from in the businesses around there. Obviously would have heavier traffic. It pretty much eliminates tailgating. You're going to a venue to eat somewhere before you go in. Yeah.
This is an experience right now. Arrowhead at SoFi on Arrowhead or wherever it's called is an experience. You go there to pregame. You go there to hang out in the parking lot. You don't go there to go hang out in downtown and all that stuff. Like if you're going to the game,
yeah.
If I want to do that, I'm going to the Power and Light District specifically to watch it on a big screen, not at the football field.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels
doing away
to
with
me,
a pastime.
Yes.
It's a slight betrayal. Like
Yeah.
at least I don't know, but what was the option? What fix up Arrowhead?
Yeah, they were going to fix it up, and or the Royals were getting a new stadium and moving, and they were going to, of course, demolish the K and add parking / an entertainment venue type area there where the stadium's at. So, again, more restaurants, more activities to do, and that type of stuff. So, try to add more entertainment pregame type thing. And they still may be able to do that a little bit with the new stadium design. Of course, it's going to be over by a Legends, so you're going to have traffic area over there. And I don't know if you guys saw, it's going to be about 10,000 less seats. So, I mean, you can tell what that's
more expensive.
There you go. Picked up on that right away. Fewer seats, so you get to raise the ticket prices. So, yeah, that's that's in our future there. Not 5 years, that's happening. So yeah. And Mahomes will still be there, but he's going to be, about 3/4 of the way through his career at that point in time. So he'll be there in the stadium, but we're going to be who knows what it's going to look like at that point in time. And, can he catch lightning in a bottle twice? not many teams are able to do that. So
Right.
we might
Well,
be
here. Look at to me, and this isn't the same because they're not up and leaving. But look at, I believe Oakland Raiders and Las Vegas Raiders are not the same caliber of Raiders fans.
Right.
No.
I feel like once they moved from Oakland to Las Vegas, those people went deuces bye.
Yep.
And I feel like this is kind of the same thing. I know they're not moving out of Oakland from Oakland to Las Vegas. I know we're not moving from, but we're still moving from KC Mo to KCK. Like, we're keeping the name and all that, but is it still the Schottenheimer era? Is it still, you know, or is this a whole new era of Chiefs? What do you do on this?
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see because, I mean, we went through the Schottenheimer years and what was it, Cunningham years, and then the Todd Haley years, and then we had the one defensive coordinator, Romeo Cromell, for a while, didn't we? And just some weird head coaching selections we had there for a while. And then we got Dick Vermeil, and Dick Vermeil got us going. You know, he brought Trent Green on over. We got the Priest Home years, Jamal Charles years, and Larry Johnson years. So I mean, we did get some good years out of that. So yeah, it's
in Dante Hall. What?
Dante Hall, human joystick,
He was making them extra teams, those special teams plays over and over again.
One of those big highlights against the old Denver Broncos / Ponies. Yep. Punt return he caught and ran backwards a few times and a bunch of jukes. Yep, that's in his highlight, reel for the rest of his life. So that was pretty cool. So, Nighswonger, we're not taking you away from your factory right now, correct? Hopefully we're not interrupting any factory building time for you. I mean, I even scared to even look how many days of hours you have.
Did it get to update? What's the number up to now?
I continually run to Christina and I go, look, you see I wasn't playing that, but it did pop up that I've been on there for this long. And look, I haven't even been awake for this long. So, I do point it out just because it's gonna be insane.
That punch card, it's a couple of days behind, isn't it? It finally registers once you get on there, and you can see how many hours you've been putting in.
No, it's pretty on spot.
We're probably close to 7 or 8 days of playtime, and a day, of course, is 24 hours. So I mean, you can do the math there. How many hours this fella has been playing?
No, in the video game, a day is off, and then it all equates weirdly into time.
I don't think that's what he's saying.
It keeps playing. See, on the Xbox, it has that pick up the game and start playing it, so it never knows that you're not playing it. So it's just and then I figured out if I keep my controller turned just way, he keeps walking. So it keeps.
Got some rubber bands on the joystick. Is that what he's saying here?
I am just mining that
asleep.
game like crazy.
Well, I sent my picture earlier there. It's like now that I can cloud game it on my tablet, I'm like, hey, I could sit downstairs and play on there. It's pretty nice. So.
Yeah, I am not going to be able to keep up with you guys just yet. Anytime I've clocked in, it's been when I've been with you guys. So nothing has happened since.
That's quite all right. We're working on our own little side factories and seeing the errors of our ways and like, we know how to improve this going forward. So
Oh yes, I know the many things I've done wrong already on your little land that I will fix the first time we get in there. It's already
All
bugging
right.
me that I did it. Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if we see 2 water pumps there, Wiseman. You know, two water pumps.
I heard about that. I heard maybe one water pump was just not quite enough.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm pretty sure someone kept saying that it was though.
Yeah.
I was so confident, and that's what worries me. I was so confident on that, and I delivered it with such confidence. And then Matt just say, okay, you do that. Like he just let it happen. He was like, it'll come back.
Let me know how that goes.
Yeah. I was like, okay, and then it started going down. He goes, I think it needs another water pump. I was like, you son of a bitch. Just held on to that as long as you could, huh? As I was trying to reset it before I thought he could hear it.
You could just feel the sweat bolts coming off of him. As soon as you hear that sound of the electrical grid going down, pew! He's like,
where did it get cut off at? Pretty sure it was the water pump.
Yeah, well, there's probably not enough water getting to the coal factories there.
It's our viewers, they don't know what we're talking about. So
no, that's true. That's true. So, while we've been off here, fellas, Mr. Nighswonger, have you had any time to actually read Dungeon Crawler Carl any by chance?
I have only listened to the first chapter while I was getting a massage, and I was very entertained by just the first chapter of what went on.
All right.
The audiobook is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nighswonger can attest to that. The voice acting by Jeff Hayes is outstanding.
Yeah,
and
he was
just
like,
the way that Matt Dinneman writes it is superb.
Yeah. He was like, okay, he kind of goes into the tick.
Patrick Warburton.
Part, yeah, and I was like, oh, what is he? And then I could hear it in how he was saying stuff. It's like the emphasis, he would like, I can't do it like.
So,
but just
Jeff
the cadence
Hayes,
of how he would say it. So I was, that's cool.
There was an interview with Jeff Hayes, and when they had asked him about that at one of the cons, because there is a dungeon con for this, he responded with that was kind of where he was pulling it. He was kind of pulling a bit of a Patrick Warburton out of it initially, without really having that character fully developed, at least, as voice. And in the second or third book, you hear him kind of start to pull away from the Patrick Warburton, and he starts to solidify it in his own character, in his own voice, a little higher pitch, a different cadence in it. And then that becomes solidified as that's his character from that point on. And so they do a great job. There is because of the recognition of Patrick Warburton actually plays as a character in one of the books, in the audio books, and he comes in for voice acting. And so Patrick Warburton himself comes in and plays a role in one of the books. So yeah, it's really, really good.
That has to be awesome to have a person that you mimicked on your show or on your book or doing your voice of a character that you wrote. Like, how awesome would that be? Like, okay. Yeah. Thank you.
I don't want to give away who that character is, but it's pretty cool.
Nice. Very good. Well, fellas, you want to do some agree disagrees here? Kind of get the ball rolling here. We don't have much of an objective assignment this week. We're going to just kind of do a few little bits here and there. And
just shooting off the hip.
That's right.
All right.
Just winging it.
That's right.
Let's go. I agree to wing.
Bonus for me. Yeah. Remote work is better for productivity than in-office work.
Agree.
Remote work is better for productivity than in-office work.
Kind of have a dog in this fight, so agree.
I was going to say I am ignorant on this particular fight because I have done medical field, so it wasn't really remote ability in my job. So to me, I would say it is not as good as on the job.
As on site?
on site.
Yeah, I would agree. Remote work is more productive. Just less interruptions, less just popping in questions, this and that. You still have be accessible via phone or email, obviously, but you'd be surprised how many pop in just quick questions, distractions you get tied up in, and to kind of get you off track, and then you get back to your desk and kind of like, where was I? What was I doing? Okay, yeah. And then someone else may walk in like, okay, this is a derailment day all day. Just treat it as it is and move on. Yeah.
I agree with that because having done the healthcare Nighswonger with you, as you know, you and I worked together for quite a while. But then having to go over to an office job and then working in the cubicle, did not know how many times you can get derailed. Just in office of, hey, what do you think about this? Hey, how's this or how's that? How do we do this? Or what do you guys want to go do for lunch? And just these small things that just kind of pull you away. Whereas when you're working remote, there isn't as much, I'll say as much of that. For our company, we do a lot of Teams chat, and so we'll still do video calls and things like that. And if we have any questions, we can share our screen, and so we would do that in the office as well.
Yeah.
So that part never changed. What did change is how frequently somebody walking by or would be saying something would just pull you right out of what it was that you were doing, as opposed to just being locked in at your home and not having to hear the low rumble of the office and the conversations that's going on elsewhere. You can zero in and just get your work done pretty quickly.
And over here, the conversations around the water cooler that might pull you in and you want to go be a part of there. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
That'll happen. Next, agree, disagree. Dark mode is better than light mode. And we're talking about our electronic devices. Dark mode is better than light mode.
Agree.
I agree as well. Yeah. Nighswonger.
I never use dark mode.
He likes just blinding himself.
Just
at all
burn
times.
those retinas early in the morning.
Yeah.
I hear something sizzle. Yeah. What is that?
Yeah.
That's what we wonder when my phone dies, Matt. That's it. It's always on bright. That's all it says. I look at the battery. It just says, you know what's happening.
At odd hours, too. I'm like, ooh, I hope he's like odd hours of the night. I get that notification. Of course, I see when I wake up. I was like, I hope he plugged that in at some point. Or odd hours of the day. Yeah.
Rose is a light mode. I'm a dark mode. So whenever she hands me her phone, look at this, and I'm looking at her text messages, it catches me off guard for a second, and I'm going, oh, geez, what is that? She's like, how old are you? It's really bright. I don't. I show hers, and it's just black.
That's what it looks like whenever Christina shows me her screen. She's like, hers is always dark, and I'm like, can you turn that up? I don't know what you're showing me.
I used to
it's like the last season of Game of Thrones.
I can't see in the dark.
The long night.
Yeah. I use dark mode on my browser on my computers as well. So I use dark on there as well. Okay. Agree, disagree. Coffee culture has gone too far. Coffee culture has gone too far.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's become pretentious. It's coffee.
Yeah.
Don't make it more than that.
Yeah. I mean, Nighswonger likes his fancy coffees. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just a plain, give me Dunkin' Donuts and my hazelnut creamer, and I'm good to go.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. A little Black Rifle coffee.
Yes.
Some creamer, or if you got just regular coffee and some sugar. Dump enough sugar in there, and it's nice and sweet. I'm fine. Yeah. I'm fine. You don't have to add the frou-frou.
Yeah.
I like to make my own coffee because I like to taste my coffee. And then said doing that made me research what, the coffee companies use, Starbucks does. And there's very little coffee. And then it makes me believe that the coffee culture is crazy because they're just buying sugar drinks and getting super energy from the sugar drinks, but they're attesting it to coffee. Whereas real coffee gives you the energy you need. So can I be in the middle on this one?
Yeah.
Because I see it from both
Sure.
sides.
Yeah.
Have you gone to the pour over? Have you gone to that fancy pour over coffees?
He's
When
done the
you-
press.
I do the press, I do the pour over, I do the grind and pour it in the little coffee, glass. I like the process of making coffee. I like the steps. I like watching it. I like timing it. I like grinding my own bean. I like knowing.
Got your little
it's just-
scale and
Yes.
everything.
the espresso.
Yep.
Like
The espresso,
going over to his
yeah.
place and he's made a decent espresso. I even took a picture and I sent it over to Rose. Like, I'm drinking fancy. This is nice, and it was good. I'm not trying to give you too hard of a time because I really enjoyed that cup of coffee.
Yeah.
It was good.
Here's the thing. I believe it's good and you believe it's good, but Tanya, who has been overseas and I am sure has had real espresso and real coffee drinks, is not pleased with my drinks. I think they're too sweet for her or something. They're just, I can tell she she supports me and she, but I don't think she appreciates the drink so much. I think
She's probably, if I were to guess, probably in the same vein that it's gone a little too foo-foo. Coffee places and, just keep it simple. That's it's kind of more the mindset she's grown. But she'll do a Starbucks every now and then, but it's kind of a simple Starbucks, not a big old 10-word, order. It's, maybe 3 or 4, very simple is what she would get to Starbucks.
coffee,
So,
black.
Yeah. Yeah. So she keeps it simple there.
Three
So.
sugars.
But she also likes trying things. So that's why she is always open to trying stuff. So
I think anything, I mean, if you really do get used to something that's outside the States, anything American, you can just naturally assume is going to at least be twice the sugar, if not more.
Oh yeah.
Even when it comes to sodas, it's the same thing.
Oh
So,
yeah.
We've experienced that just in Cozumel. Going to Cozumel and we were like, "Ooh, we're gonna have desserts," and we ordered cake dessert. Like it described it as like a cake-like dessert. So I thought, "Ooh, it's gonna have icing. It's gonna be cake-like." No, Cozumel cake-like
And
was
about that
not.
size,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Like
legit.
little
That may have been
bitty.
giving us something. Yeah. We
Yep.
realized real quick their version of sugar and sweet is not American version of sugar and sweet, and
Yep.
it's still delicious.
Yep.
And we need to get used to not our version of
Oh
sugar.
yeah, and coming back,
sweet.
Right.
coming back to the States in the airport there, and you get some, and just like, whoa, there's all the artificial and everything. It just kind of, it kind of catches off guard for a moment, but then you're like, oh yeah, this is what I'm used to. Back in the groove here. Feel my body
yeah,
slowing
there it is.
down naturally. Yeah.
As your
Feel
brain
them-
settles in on that sugar going,
Feel
there it
them
is.
veins getting them clogs back.
Yep, that's exactly right. Fellas, let's do a little tournament here real quick. If you guys be open, we're going to do.
All right.
We'll do a top directors tourney.
Oh,
Top directors tourney. So we got I got a couple directors facing off against each other. You guys tell me which one you feel would is the better director in that scenario, and we will whittle it down to one.
Do you have a specific says what you mean by better director?
Better director in you guys' view of just the way they film, as well as obviously their films that they have produced and made. Obviously,
Okay.
try to keep nostalgia out of it to a degree. I mean, we're going to be kind of chained to that anyway, but just view the level of
Artistic
greatness-
persuasion
yeah.
as well as
Level-
what they've done so far.
Correct. Level of greatness of the films and their directing style and things of that nature. Okay.
This is important, Nighswonger. Don't look at me like that. This is important. I'm trying to get specifics here.
Yeah.
I'm just voting on what movie sounds familiar and which one I liked. That's my criteria. Yeah.
I can already hear Rose agreeing with you. Yep.
Yeah, I am the everyman. Wiseman, you're the one who watches these movies and pays attention to that to begin with. Half the time I have to go, there was a director?
Yeah.
What?
You should have heard of every one of these directors and be fairly familiar with some of their films, if not all of them. But
obviously, I'm looking for a Steven Spielberg in this whole thing.
I should have had him on this list. Oh man. Maybe he is. Well, I don't know. We'll see here.
Okay.
First up, we have Quentin Tarantino versus Zack Snyder.
Oh,
Quentin
you
Tarantino versus Zack Snyder. Oh, these are tough across the board. I try to there's no pigeonholing any of these. These are tough.
Quentin Tarantino has 8 so far, or are we up to 9 on?
He's on 9. He's got technically
9?
one more
Okay.
film. He wants to do 10.
Zack Snyder, we have Justice League and 300. What else? Help me out with any other Zack Snyder movies.
Man of Steel. I mean, he's
What I said Justice League, I meant the DC, the
the
ones
DC,
he helped with.
Yeah. He has done more, but things that are coming top of my head, I couldn't tell you. So, I mean, that kind of should probably tell you who's winning this round, I would think.
Yeah, that's the only justification I have for picking Tarantino over Snyder.
Honestly, I'm actually with you because I think Quentin has a better artistic approach than what Zack Snyder does.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'll say Quentin.
All right. Next up, we have James Gunn versus J.J. Abrams.
Ooh, bam.
Yeah.
These are like Celebrity Deathmatch, 1997. In this corner,
James
Gunn.
James Gunn.
Are we talking movies only?
Yes, movies only. Well, directors. I mean, if they've directed some TV, which both have, I believe. So
Okay, so it's not just movies; it's movies and TV.
primarily, all these directors are going to be movies. These two
'Cause-
would probably be the only ones that would dip into TV.
Do you want us to take their
boy.
TV into account?
I want you
or
to take
just
in their
stick with
directing
movies?
style, their directing history, their directing artistry, and who do you feel is the better director?
So I'm gonna say something that I know, Matt, you're gonna disagree with, but James Gunn's Black Eye that he has is the new Superman film. J.J. Abrams' Black Eye is the Star Wars film that he did.
He did
Besides
two,
that-
actually. He did two.
Well, all right,
Yeah.
so yeah, so. But aside from that, I really like what he did with Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Nighswonger, I think you're familiar with that film, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I have seen Star Trek.
I was just making sure it's never on any of your lists. So.
Yeah. We're just we just never know that Trekkie, self-proclaimed Trekkie. We don't know here. So.
What do you think, Nighswonger? Where are you leaning? Are you thinking JJ?
I know. What would JJ have besides Lost and Star Trek?
So he does have Lost. He has Star Trek. He has Fringe. He has
He's basically Bad Robot Productions. Bad Robot Productions is JJ.
Okay, so he had that scary monster
he has
movie.
Yep.
What, did he do that?
He did the one that was by Steven Spielberg and J.J. Abrams, which was
with the kids and the train, if I remember correctly. Yeah. You can always tell. For me, you can tell J.J. Abrams filming
light
techniques,
flares.
the light flares. I love them.
So many light
I
flares.
love them though. So yeah.
It's like, who? Oh, man. Sometimes it's in areas that has no light in that aspect, and then suddenly, pow, light flare.
Yeah.
And James Gunn has the new DC as well as Guardians of the
Marvel.
Galaxy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And besides that, what else does he have? I don't want to take this too long.
Nah, well, I mean, we're only on the second one. We got 6 others here, fellas. So.
Yeah. All right, I'm going with J.J. Abrams. Bam.
Yeah, I'm going to say JJ because I was trying to think of the same thing with James
Okay.
Gunn, and I can't think
Yeah.
of anything else. So, yep,
Okay.
JJ.
Next up, we have Peter Jackson versus Michael Bay.
Oh, Peter Jackson.
Basically,
Easy.
Lord of the Rings versus Pirates of the Caribbean
Explosions.
and
Yeah.
Transformers. Yeah, I know. I threw those out there like, oh, yeah. But we are going with Lord of the Rings. Okay, Peter Jackson.
Well,
And The
yeah.
Hobbit. Yep. I mean, yeah, you got to think of Michael Bay. A lot of explosions, but he has a lot of good movies in those lot of explosions. So.
he
Armageddon
does,
being another
but
one.
But really, once you've seen one, you've kind of seen them all.
Yes.
They're kind of within the same vein. They have the same feeling. They
Yeah.
have the same they're very rinse and
Wait.
repeat type of thing. Like
For
he
both-
did Bad Boys as well, right?
Yeah.
So that's his thing.
And is
so
it
if you,
National Treasure? Is that Michael Bay as well?
We are literally basing this.
I think that's Jerry Bruckheimer.
Jerry Bruckheimer, yeah.
We're literally basing this on a guy whose only claim to fame is one movie broke up in the same line of movies of the same vein. Like, that is the exact
Peter Jackson
same
also
thing.
did King Kong.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did the older King Kong
he
with
did
Jack
one
Black.
King Kong and a whole bunch of Hobbit things from the same universe of the same story of continuing that. And then we're getting on to Michael Bay for doing some explosions.
You seen
It's
one
like-
explosion, you seen one Hobbit.
First, I get what you're saying. That's rather fair.
Yeah.
But he's actually trying to tell the same story
Yeah.
along a period of time instead of one guy trying to tell you a myriad of different stories, but they're all kind of in the same cookie
They
cutter
are.
way.
Yeah.
At least Michael Bay is willing to branch out and try something new. He may stick with the same routine, but he's trying. So I'm going Michael Bay on
Oh,
this
he's
one.
going Michael Bay on you.
But quantity is not always quantity.
Yeah.
If anything's
Pirates
taught
of
us
the
that's
Caribbean,
Marvel.
man. I went and watched Transformers 4 times. The first movie that came out. I liked the explosions and Optimus.
Do not
I
get me
like
started on
Pirates
Transformers.
of Caribbean. Ote.
Transformers
Armageddon?
and the island where he
Armageddon.
rinses the same CGI point with the vehicles and the crashing. He takes 2 separate movies and rinses and repeats and puts the same thing in there with the same vehicles.
I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
Did
lazy.
Did you see the hobbits in the barrels down the road or down the river?
Yeah.
I mean,
That wasn't a rinse repeat. That was original.
that was just sorry. That was crappy to begin with. At least I believed that Transformers transformed. I mean,
I believe cars transformed to a robot. Come on.
yeah.
No, wait a minute.
More than a
He
dwarf
said
in
not
a
to
barrel
take.
going down the river.
He said not to take nostalgic value in this, but to really try to pick this apart.
I'm still
Yeah.
going with Bay
All
on
right.
this one.
I'll be a tiebreaker, and I'm going with good old Peter Jackson on this one.
I knew I was going to lose anyway.
This next one's probably going to be the toughest of it all here, fellows, and I'm sorry, but just the way it laid out, George Lucas versus Ridley Scott.
Oh man.
And I know who I'm
Aliens
going
in
with.
one way or another. Huh.
Yeah, I know who I would go with, but
Yeah, I know who you go with.
yeah.
Going with big old J. Lucas. G. Lucas.
I prefer Juan Lucas.
Lucas. Shut up, Wiseman.
I think dang it.
Wait, he
Okay, so
has
here's
aliens?
my dilemma. Well, yeah. So here's my dilemma.
Blade Runner.
George Lucas has
Alien.
Star Wars, and did he do an amazing thing with Star Wars?
Gladiator.
Yes, I love Star Wars. But like you had pointed out, I'll use your argument. Ridley
One trick
Scott,
pony.
right? Ridley Scott went into so many others, but in this case, they all do not resemble the other. They are very, very original, and he takes a fantastic take on it, like Blade Runner. Take that into effect. Like, that is amazing. Take, Alien, and the story that he's made with Prometheus, how people were wondering whether or not that was a prequel, and then turns out at the very end you find out that it
Am I
actually is.
mistaken? And he also Gladiator?
Yes, he did Gladiator as well.
Right. Fine.
So I'm gonna say Ridley Scott
I'm
on this
very
one.
sorry.
I love old Jay Lucas, but
Jay
I'm gonna say
Lucas?
Ridley.
Yeah.
Jay Lucas, same argument as the previous guy.
I can't help but take your argument on
There
that.
we
You
go.
have a fair point.
Next up, we have Martin Scorsese versus Dennis, and I butcher his name every time, Villanueva.
Who's that?
He is the guy who's directed the newest Dune movies, as well as, oh my gosh, I say I love his films, and I can't think of the other one that he's done recently.
Mad Max. You done any of those? No.
No, he was not the Mad Max. Dune.
What was it? It was a film that just recently came out that he did. Besides Dune, can't think of it.
Yeah. What
Well,
was it?
I'm gonna
Blade
go ahead
Runner.
and
He
say,
also did Blade Runner 2049, I believe.
yeah.
I am. Who was the first
I'm gonna
guy?
say Martin Scorsese.
Martin
I'm gonna say
Scorsese.
Martin Scorsese.
I'm gonna go with that guy because I know the name.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah. All right, here we go. So we'll go with Martin. Next up, we have Ron Howard versus Christopher Nolan.
Oh wow.
nice.
I'm gonna say
Although-
Christopher Nolan.
I'm gonna-
I know, because Ron Howard's actually fantastic. I like the artistic way that, without going all
yeah,
fancy
I
schmancy,
like Nolan.
Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan.
Okay. Next up, we have Steven Spielberg. Oh, he did make the list. Look at there.
Bam.
Versus Tim Burton. Steven Spielberg versus Tim Burton.
Ooh, that one was not hard, Steven Spielberg.
yeah, Spielberg.
Okay, last up. Now, this one might be hard as well. James Cameron versus Robert Zemeckis.
Zemeckis is more known for Christmassy movies, right?
Back to
Or-
the
Well,
Future.
and Ghostbusters.
Back-
to the Future.
Back to the Future. He did Forrest Gump.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. Did he do Ghostbusters, or was I wrong on that one?
No,
that
that's not Ridley or
Zemeckis.
that's not Zemeckis.
That was the guy who played him.
He did do Ready Player One.
Mhm.
Robert Zemeckis, anyways.
That was he a director? I was thinking Spielberg was Ready Player
Well,
One.
Spielberg. It was Zemeckis. Well, was it Zemeckis and Spielberg? Maybe it was just Spielberg.
I think it was Spielberg. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Zemeckis on this one over.
Yeah, I am too.
So you're picking Zemeckis over the highest grossing director of all time. I like it. Very
Yes.
good, guys. Let's roll with it. All right.
Look,
Yes,
look,
final
this
answer.
is our list, so shame
You know
that
what?
if you want.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this, Matt. Let me ask you this: could they ever redo Back to the Future? Could anyone ever reboot Back to the Future and do it the way Zemeckis did?
Gosh. Who?
And if your answer is yes, who?
Well, I mean,
And
yeah.
we
that's,
know that he can redo Avatar because he's done it a second and third time.
yeah. They could possibly. And I don't know why Tom Holland's coming to mind for Michael J. Fox's character.
Because they've deep faked him
Yeah,
as Michael J. Fox, and it fits really well.
Oh my
And
goodness.
so, yeah.
Alan Richardson as Biff.
Yeah, so I think they could. And
yeah, but here's the thing.
But they'd be going back to
but you're looking
1995 right now, or 96, something like that.
But you're looking at Tom Holland to fit in the shoes of Michael J. Fox, not trying to create a new character and do reboot in a sense, but you're actually literally trying to replace Michael J. Fox,
Correct.
not Marty McFly. And so that's why I say, can you truly redo it?
Redo it in the sense of mimicking it,
like a reboot,
shoot for shoot, scene for scene,
like a reboot.
Do a reboot. So not Marty McFly. You'd have a different character.
Are you?
I don't think it'll hold the same way. Not the same way that Robert did.
It's already been done.
True,
so
and it's already kind of climbing that.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's already been done. So. Yeah. I think
because people are kind of tired of reboots.
Yeah. That's where you get into that, and they're like, I don't probably going to give it that much attention. Already seen
less
it.
original.
Yeah. So,
anyways, I mean, I get your point with James Cameron. Like, with, I assume Titanic and Aliens, right? Is that where you're going with it? And Avatar,
or Terminator 2. I mean, that's in his pocket there as well. So I mean, can't forget that.
Yeah.
So
that's true. That's true.
So. Those are some pretty big films there. But
they are, but I don't feel like they're as iconic as some of the ones that Zemeckis did. Like Back to the Future. That is.
See, mine was.
That's
on
pretty
pure
iconic.
Nostalgia,
for me.
not on facts. Okay, now looking at it, like I picked straight up nostalgia. Robert Zemeckis. I was just.
Who
cares? Let's go.
All right,
let's bring it. He's
going
to get knocked out anyway.
Finally, second round.
Come on,
15 minutes in. We are second round in now. Quentin Tarantino versus J.J. Abrams. This should go pretty quick here.
Quentin. Shocked Matt on that one.
I'll actually agree with you.
I actually would have gone with Quentin as well. I am a big Quentin fan. I'm big on Pulp Fiction. I don't think either of you guys were real big on Pulp Fiction. Love Pulp Fiction. So great.
I need to
film.
watch Pulp Fiction all the way through, like start to finish. That's I have never.
Kill Bill, Volume 1, Volume 2, fantastic films. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, fantastic film.
I love that film.
Yeah,
I love that film.
That was great.
Next up, we have Peter Jackson versus Ridley Scott.
All right.
Ridley Scott.
Peter Jackson.
Going with Ridley Scott on this one. It's down goes the Hobbit. Down goes the Hobbit. But, Martin Scorsese versus Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan.
Steven Spielberg versus Robert Zemeckis.
Spielberg.
Oh, wow. I'll agree. Spielberg.
Now we're down to the final four. These are some heavy hitters here. Quentin Tarantino versus Ridley Scott.
Tarantino.
Ridley.
Play the game, man.
Yeah. I'm actually going to have to go with Ridley on this one just for the variety of films that he's done. Quentin's has a lot of the same stuff in some of them. You're expected to see the blood, the exaggerant blood flow of some sort at some point in time. So I'm going to go with Ridley on this one. Then Christopher Nolan versus Steven Spielberg. That's almost like should have been the final round, but here they are in the quarterfinals. Christopher Nolan versus Steven Spielberg.
Nolan. Spielberg though.
I'm gonna say Spielberg.
Good ones. Oh, you should chat GPT that one, man. That's just.
I'm gonna say Spielberg.
I gotta go with Spielberg. Indiana Jones, you have Jaws, you have Goonies,
Jurassic Park,
Jurassic
Goonies,
Park,
yeah.
Schindler's List, Ready Player. I mean, it just goes on and on. It seems
Minority
like.
Report.
Yeah. So now we're down to Ridley Scott versus Steven Spielberg.
I'm gonna have to say Spielberg.
I think I just sold it there with all the films I kept listing, and I know I didn't even touch all of them. All right, Steven Spielberg. It is. Great job, guys. Spielberg is our director.
That wasn't even like no one is surprised. I literally called that before we started. So I mean.
After we finally kind of narrowed it down a little bit, and it was just kind of a trickle effect at that point. Just the rest of the dominoes just fell.
5 minutes on James Gunn and J.J. Abrams, but they didn't even make it past the second round.
We gotta get better at that.
Figured out. We gotta figure it out.
Yep.
I said, hey, it's Spielberg. We didn't even have to play the game. We could have just said that was it. Yeah. Like, all right. Tell everyone to skip to whatever minute it is, 45 minutes.
It's the journey that counts. Nice
all going. It's a journey that never ended. Next up, let's do a quick trivia here, guys. I mean, our last one with Derek, that was fantastic. So we're gonna see who we have this week, and who would like to go first? Nighswonger typically goes first, but
we'll just keep it with tradition.
Let's do it, and we will get Nighswonger queued up here.
That way I can read them lips.
Now this I'm not even going to say it because last time you're like, oh, you just jinxed me. Okay. Again, I will read the questions. As soon as I start reading, I will start the timer. And give me your answers as best you can, sir. And here we go. What was the first feature-length animated film by Disney?
Fantasia.
Which NFL team went undefeated in the 1972 season?
Miami Dolphins. I don't know. Who? 92 season?
72 season.
Oh, 7. Yep. Okay, good.
How many stripes are on the U.S. flag?
13.
What year did the Titanic sink?
1964.
How many wives did King Henry VIII have?
I don't. 2? 3? I don't even.
2. We'll go with
2.
you for his answer. Okay.
Yeah.
And that was it, sir. You survived.
All right.
You survived.
I had no idea what those were. I just knew time counted. So I was hoping that Wiseman would say the exact same thing with the subliminal messaging of him watching my lips.
I've got to say, brother, your Titanic sinking in 1962 has me a little baffled, but we will go with it.
Yeah, I don't know. You ever look for a date in your mind and you know that you picked something that was later than it needed to be, but early for something like I don't know. I don't like this. I don't even think. Go.
We'll bring Wiseman back on.
Okay, how we doing?
Well, we're doing all right.
We looked entertaining.
Yeah, it was quite some answers here. It was very interesting. So,
okay.
All right. So again, I will start reading the question and start the timer and give me your best answer, sir.
Okay.
Here we go. What was the first feature-length animated film by Disney?
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Which NFL team went undefeated in the 1972 season?
New England Patriots.
How many stripes are in the U.S. flag?
24.
Okay. What year did the Titanic sink?
1912.
How many wives did King Henry VIII have?
7.
All right. We'll bring Nighswonger back on.
Couple of those answers I'm sure of, and a couple of them I have no clue. Just a guess.
Well, that's
Just a guess.
yeah.
Let's see if your
Nighswonger has
guess
some
is
guesses
worse
too.
than mine.
Yeah.
'Cause when the guy doing the test goes, your answer baffled me. That's not a good thing.
You didn't laugh as much on mine.
Oh,
I saw a lot of laughing for yours.
Well, yeah.
So
That's not a good thing.
Okay, we do have a winner here, and it's actually going to come down to the time on this one here.
what? Wow. Okay.
What was the first feature-length animated film by Disney? Nighswonger gave me Fantasia. Wiseman gave me Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and it is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So Wiseman up 1-0. Which NFL team went undefeated in the 1972 season? Nighswonger gave me Miami Dolphins. Wiseman gave me New England. It is the Miami Dolphins. So we are tied 1-1. How many stripes are on the U.S. flag? Nighswonger gave me 13. Wiseman waited, pondered some more. And this question, I think, is what longest question to answer for him. Gave me 24.
I wanted to say only a certain level, a certain number of them, or the certain color of them was 13, right? But now I'm not even sure.
And the number of stripes on a U.S. flag is 13. Nighswonger got that one correct.
I was thinking that too. Dang gummit.
What year did the Titanic sink? Wiseman gave me 1912. Nighswonger gave me 1964. That one baffled me a little bit, and I think it's baffling Wiseman as well, as our listeners at home listening to this. 1964. Yeah. So, So, correct answer is 1912. Wiseman got that one correct. So we are tied 2-2. Coming into our last question, how many wives did King Henry VIII have? Nighswonger gave me 2. Wiseman gave me 7. Unfortunately, neither one of you are correct on that one.
What?
He only had 6 wives.
I was close.
King Henry VIII had 6 wives, which only 2 got beheaded. The others he just full-on divorced, and I believe one actually died. So, King Henry VIII. So with that, we are tied 2-2. We're coming down to time. Nighswonger in at 54 seconds, and Wiseman with that count of 24 stripes on the flag kind of set him back to 58 seconds. So Nighswonger coming in with the victory tonight by 4 seconds. Great job.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
May sound dumb as hell with 1964, but I'm just tossing it out there and not thinking.
You're trying to keep it fair. You wanted to not pull it away from him. I understand.
I second guessed myself. I should have just went with 13. I'm like, it's got to be 13 stripes. I'm like, no, maybe that's only the white stripes. What if? No, shouldn't have second guessed myself.
Yeah. So very good. All right. We can kind of go down a topic that kind of has some rabbit holes, little tangents to it. We can do that, or we can do a little chat GTP verse face off. Which door would you guys like to go down here?
You're the driver.
I'm giving you the option of which door do you want to go down here.
All right. I want to go down the tangent.
Okay.
Go down
right.
the rabbit holes.
We are okay. Yeah.
Let's
we
do
can probably
it.
squeeze it in here.
Or is
All
that
right.
one long? I'll do
we-
Chat GPT it all day long.
I might
I think
say
we
that
both
one
know
for-
that
we'll
it
do-
chooses you anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might keep. We'll squeeze it in here. Okay, fellas. Just off the wall question here I have here. We'll maybe do chat next week. Moon. Did we go to the moon, fellas?
Yes.
Wiseman's a yes. How about you, Nighswonger?
I mean, I
Yes.
get all the reasons why people say no, because we wanted to basically bankrupt Russia. I get it. We tried to bluff them, and it makes a whole lot of sense. And since our radio connection now with the technology that we have is nowhere near the technological advancements that they had then, and how on earth did they send a camera out there in order to see Neil's first steps on the moon? I mean, without having to have a camera on the module itself. I get it. I get it all. What is
Now you
what is
did
it,
say
the
yes, right,
Capricorn?
Wiseman? You did.
I
say
did.
yes.
Which
I
side
did.
are you going down
I
here?
did. Because I'm addressing all of these things
We're
because
not
I
gonna
know
get
this is
canceled
what
or
leads
anything
us
here. You
down.
can just
This
speak
leads us
freely
down
here,
the
yeah.
rabbit hole because
He's
what
eight
is the
miling
film?
you right now.
He
Okay,
is,
that's what
yeah.
he's doing. Yeah.
What is the movie? Capricorn.
What?
What's the movie where they talk about the moon landing, the fake moon landing? It's Capricorn something.
I'm not familiar
There's a
with that
film. It's an older film based on that, I think. Somebody out there is screaming the right answer and probably telling me I'm way off. But anyways. Matt, what do you think?
Well, I think Nighswonger's got some on the tip of his tongue there, it looks like. Yeah. I don't want him to lose that train of thought there.
I think he's kind of stuck there.
Why fake it? Like, I want to just believe in something. I'm tired of everything I believe in turning into a conspiracy theory, and it did it or didn't it happen. Like, I don't. Yes, I would like to believe that we all got behind NASA and NASA did something that had never been done, and we sent people to the moon and walked on the moon. I would like to believe that. I didn't get to believe in fairy tales and Santa Claus. Let me have the moon landing. Do I also understand that it looks like it was shot in a soundstage in 19 whatever,
60s,
and even the boots don't match on Neil Armstrong's spacesuit to what was photographed on the moon floor? Like it, yeah, I see the holes in it. I really do.
So Nighswonger is saying, yes, I do, and stop trying to convince me otherwise.
Yes. Yes, I
Because
do.
the government would
begrudgingly.
never lie
Yeah.
to us. I understand. They would never be, look over here. Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the situation. So, all right, let's go down the. Well, first of all, I'm gonna pull a ripcord on this. Matt, share your thoughts here. You haven't got to share yours yet.
Yes.
I want to believe the moon landing was real. For everything we taught in school growing up, everything historically, everything of that nature. Having grown up, having grown some wits, I guess you would say, to question things, and thus as my tagline, stay questionable, question things, be intellect, look at things logically. You were listing off some of the things there, Wiseman, and if there's enough smoke, there's got to be an ember somewhere of truth and plausibility, lurking underneath there. And Nighswonger, why would we do that? Wiseman already hit it on that with beating Russia to, because Russia was first in many things in the space war.
Sputnik.
They were first with Sputnik. They were first with sending something up into space. They were first, and we were falling behind. And the only thing that Russia really hadn't been first was getting actually to the moon. So I mean, you could look into, wow, his name is escaping me right now, the director of 2001, but Kubiak, Kubiak, but Stanley Kubrick. But Kubrick, yes.
Kubrick.
Yes.
There it is.
I was like,
Kubrick.
it was right there. I was within that realm there. But But you know, it's
2001.
Space
2001
Odyssey.
Space Odyssey.
I know.
yeah.
I was just.
Oh,
It's not, you know,
It was for comedic
1964,
effect.
but you know, it's
Simmons,
yeah.
Swanson,
Yeah.
Samsonite.
I was way off.
Yeah. So, but so again, I would like to believe a lot of stuff, but having logic, being able to, you know, just question things and look at that. Again, we wanted to beat Russia in the space war. Well, what had they not been first in? Well, that right there. Would we be able to do that? Possibly. That's where you get a lot of things not lining up. Does it look like it was shot? You know, yeah, it kind of has that appearance to it. So, I mean, there's that. I mean, I could probably start listing off, you know, some of mine are overlapping with Wiseman's, but the Van Allen radiation belt. I'm sorry. If you look into that, who or what can survive going through that, and, you know, you're going to get some scientists and NASA talking heads out there like, well, you could go at a certain time, at a certain frame, and, you know, zip right through it. And it's like, okay, well, why haven't we done it since? If you can do that, why haven't you done it since? Are you telling me that technology, again, how miraculously we've lost the technology, we've lost the diagrams, lost everything, magically just disappeared. All the tapes, all the data, everything, which was done on something, you know, less powerful than our cell phones, you know, today. To be able to do that, you know, and then you hear interviews of how, you know, what we saw as the moon landing was actually, you know, all the news channels were filming that off of a wall that NASA was broadcasting onto a white wall, and that is what the ABC and all the news channels were recording, basically off a projection screen, because they wouldn't give the news channels the direct feed. They're like, can we just get the direct feed? This would be so much better picture. Like, no, just record off of that. You're good. So shady business right there out of the gates. There.
You're telling me the scientists, the people who are in charge of making sure they can. Oh man, I didn't know that.
I'm hearing Nighswonger's balloon going.
Stop it!
They wouldn't let the news channels have the direct feed of the astronauts. They're like, no, just watch it off the screen here. That we're broadcasting for you. We're putting it up there. Just film off of that projection screen. So that is what we're seeing is actually off of a projection screen that NASA was allowing them to record of, not the actual feed. President Nixon's phone call, actual landline phone call to the moon was almost in real time, no delay, no nothing like that. Okay, we can't even do that today. I mean, that's with that minuscule of a delay, that can't happen today. But that happened back in 1960s?
Look.
I don't think so.
Matt, I don't.
Look.
So,
You had me at beating Russia. And that's all. I was like, I have
the
no
lost
argument
information,
here.
the phone call, the not being able to get the direct feed. It's like, okay, that's shady business right there.
To me, the fact that we haven't even tried to go back.
To go back. You know, we
that's
asked.
shady to me.
Yeah.
It's like,
because they
it's like
lost
having
the
a magic
technology.
trick.
Because they
It's like having a magic trick and then showing somebody, do that again.
Yeah.
No. Why? I don't want to.
Yeah, exactly. It's why haven't we?
I don't feel like
because we. And if you look into it, why we haven't? It's not because we can't afford it. They can't come up with the technology to be able to get a human being there safely. That's why we haven't been back. Because
But
the
we
Van
we
had
Allen,
didn't actually do it.
yeah,
one time.
and so and then you know, if you watch the news interviews of the astronauts when they got back, you know, and see them, Neil Armstrong and all them there sitting when they got back and they had the interview, you would have thought they just came out of a funeral. Those guys sitting there at that news press conference, they just looked like they had just seen the worst thing ever. You would think they'd be elated, you know, national heroes. They were just looking defeated. If you go back and actually look at that, it's like, that's not matching up the energy of what that should be there. That's kind of shady there as well. And then
All of them have said things in their later years, making you question it out of their own mouths.
Mm-hmm. And the
I mean,
and
I think Buzz Aldrin himself said it didn't happen, didn't
Yeah.
he? Or is
it was
that-
Buzz, yeah. And you got the spacesuits, the extreme coldness of space. They're like the spacesuits of the '60s would not probably been able to handle the temperatures that are out there in space. And if you look at it, what is it called? The low Earth orbit, the LEO as they call it, and the International Space Station, which I had to look this up. I think that's really far out there. It's only 250 miles above Earth right now. There has not been.
That's it?
Yeah, that is it. There's not been a human past low Earth orbit since 1972. Low Earth orbit is 100 to 1,200 miles. Anything beyond that, you're getting into the, closer to the moon. But the moon is so many hundreds of thousands of miles away. The International Space Station is only 250 miles up. So when you see astronauts going up there, you're thinking, oh, they're really far up there. It's a shorter distance to the International Space Station than it is from New York to L.A. New York to L.A. is a greater distance than it is the International Space Station being up in space. It's just crazy. And again, no human's been past the low Earth orbit since 1972. So all that stuff combined, I'm kind of like, okay, I want to hang on to the nostalgia.
I want to hang on to the idea that I'm not being lied to or manipulated.
Yes. And, this will be another topic for another night. Probably one of my more in-depth is the JFK. I could really go down to some tangent holes there. The moon, I thought would be a fun one to start with. But, for people to believe what we've been told on the JFK, we gotta, just the person just looking at all the facts gotta just kind of raise a finger like, or raise their hand kind of like, I don't believe 100% of what you're telling me here. And if I don't believe 100%, how much are you actually telling me, is truthful?
Well, and the doctored footage where you have a floating tree that something was removed, and you have that floating tree in the footage that the tape is doctored. The inside the was it the cavalcade, the vehicle itself?
Yeah.
That alone had a doctored footage.
Yeah.
And then of course now that everything's kind of come out, not everything, but a lot of stuff has come out. Now it's showing that.
Look.
So again,
the government did not for Apollo doctor the footage, and they did not for JFK doctor the footage.
Yeah. So I again, nostalgia. I want to believe in that, but yeah. But for someone who wants to believe, you're like, well, what was there? I think like 15, 16, 17 Apollo missions, Apollo 13 didn't land on the moon, but we have that wonderful movie from Ron Howard, A Truthful Thing. Houston, we have a problem, slingshotted around the moon. I mean, so...
lunar orbital assist.
Yeah, so, you have that. So if they were there, did they not land on the moon? And
that's what I'm saying. They said we made it to the moon, and then they gave us a little idea. I think we made it to the moon first to make it there, and then they Hollywoodized it for the landing part, just to kind of throw that into the faces of, okay, if they want to believe that part, but we got them to there. Like we got, and I mean, when we're talking about hundreds of thousands of miles, like, orbiting and slingshotting back is close enough to say nailed it, So, I think with all of this, it is lots of half truths, obviously.
Yeah.
And would you be upset if they said, look, we made it to the moon. We didn't step on it, but yeah, we made it there. So, we could have either shot that flag down, missile style and jinked it into the ground, or we could have gave you this little Hollywood production and made you think that we did it. Like, okay.
I think the space race would have continued. I think the space race would have continued
until someone actually stepped foot on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, and supposedly there's a satellite that kind of orbits the moon and takes pictures of it, and supposedly you can go look at these photos and you can see the lunar landing, and you can see the flag, you can see the vehicle that's still there, you can see their little test site that they had. Supposedly you can see photos, not up close, obviously, but there are little dots there. But if you zoom in, you can see vaguely what that is. And of course, we all know technology nowadays, especially with AI, those can all be doctored pretty well. But
I wouldn't trust the lunar landing module to stay in Antarctic overnight. Like that. That piece of equipment, if you look at
from
it
the 60s, yeah,
from the 60s, looks like it's fiberglass together, and someone went, yeah, they'll buy that. Like it'll be blurry footage, but like it doesn't look like something that should withstand any heat or elements or a rock of any kind.
Or you have also the astronauts themselves when they were asked, how bright were the stars? They should have been very bright because you were out of that, and they're like, I didn't see any stars. Oh, I should have probably rehearsed that line before you guys got back. That's so. I mean, you have stuff like that, and did we get someone up there and just not actually land? Like you said, Nighswonger made it more of production by having something done on a sound stage. Yeah. So, but here's the thing: if we're asking enough questions and kind of like, maybe not, that's enough of a smoking ember for me to say, it's probably not 100% true, no matter how much nostalgia I want to grasp onto.
Well, let me ask this. Let me ask this then. When it came to seeing the stars, I saw you mentioned that, so now my mind is kind of going in this direction. Because the moon is so reflective on light, would that not bleach out the visibility for starlight to be seen?
Not in pitch black space. No, they're saying astronomers and everything, that nature scientists say that should have been the brightest. They should have been seeing stars that we can't see from Earth. They should have been seeing stars not visible to the human eye here upon Earth, is what they're saying. So, and constellations.
Cool.
Yeah, and so I can understand, because it looks so bright when they're there. It looks so bright there, but we're looking down. If they were to look up, that's where they're saying they should. Another fact, which I believe is a fact, I've seen in videos of it, the distance between Earth and the moon. And this is just where my brain, just growing up and learning about planets and everything, I just have this envision. Of course, they say Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. You know how large it is, how many Earths can fit in it and everything. But I am almost certain I've seen this fact where you could fit and line up every single planet in our solar system, and they would all fit in between us and the moon, if I saw that correctly. And I've got to look that up while we're on here. Yeah, that's where I'm like, Jupiter is supposed to be bigger than that. There's no way that's fitting in there.
Like Jupiter, it can fit 18 Earths in, and now you're telling me we have to go around the circumference of that. Okay.
You know what I thought was really interesting? I don't know if, this is kind of along the same vein of
very true.
Astronomy. Well, go ahead, Matt. Finish your thought.
All of the planets in the solar system, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, can fit between the Earth and the moon, with an average difference of roughly 384,400 kilometers between the Earth and the moon. There's roughly 4,000 kilometers to spare. You could fit every planet in our solar system between us and the moon. So it's a long ways away.
Could you convert that from the King's metric system over to the
Imperial?
Those of us down
kilometers.
Yeah.
Sure, we can do that here while we're...
So while he's looking at that, I seen this video, and they were talking about the distances of the different planets and how far they are. And they're actually very similar in distance from each other. And in the process of doing so, as you guys know, that there is an asteroid belt that's actually within our solar system.
Mm-hmm.
that asteroid belt is in the same distance of what another planet should be. So there's actually a skip of distance for where these planets should be.
Oh,
So
that's
does that make
good.
sense?
Mhm.
So
So
there's
is that
there's
asteroid belt actually a destroyed planet?
Destroyed planet.
that's what they're thinking. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're thinking that it's a destroyed planet, that something destroyed it.
Yep.
That's what the pyramids were for. The Great Earth War. We took them out.
So your King's metric, 384,400 kilometers measures out to 238, just under 239,000 miles. Is what that converts to. So you could fit every planet in our universe, in our solar system, in between us and the moon. So and there's times the moon looks so big and so close, but yet it's really far away there.
Man, it must be huge to look that big when it's that far away.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And then, I mean,
to
we're
think that in 1964, not only did the Titanic sink, but we also made it to
1964.
Yeah. That was a big year for the world. Yeah, thank you.
Well, and I mean,
We were able
you
to
don't even-
traverse that many miles back in the day. You know?
I mean, the moon itself is so odd in itself. If I probably shouldn't be saying this but I'm pretty sure I've read or seen where the moon does not actually have its own orbit. I mean, obviously it goes around Earth, but it doesn't rotate itself. So like we're seeing the facing of the same side of the moon every time. That's where you get into the dark side of the moon. Well, what's over there? Pyramids, aliens, whatever it may be, that's on the dark side of the moon. And then I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole of people who thinks that the moon's hollow. I'm not one of those people, but it's the moon acts very odd in itself. And so, it's unique, very unique. So it makes you wonder what's on the dark side of the moon. What is back there? Then we're getting down the path of aliens and everything there, but we're not going to go do that tonight.
That is what I heard. The reasoning was when Buzz Aldridge and all them came back and they were so quiet. I had heard that it was because they had seen something on the dark side of the moon for the certain amount of time they were subject to it or out of radio contact or something like that. Like that's the conspiracy that I had heard.
Yeah. I've heard something very similar as well. So, but no, yeah, the moon, very, very odd. So Wiseman saying we have been there. He's holding on to that nostalgia really, really good.
I'm trying to, but
Yeah.
it's really hard to say that.
So I want to so you're saying we had to travel how many miles? Like 12,000?
200 and basically 239,000 miles.
And how many miles can we do in a day on a standard airship? Like, we got 30-mile max? Like, I don't know the distance one of those got in a day. Because
it would
how many
take a
days
while.
did it take them?
So yeah,
And old Nixon was calling over with no delay.
well,
like,
the
beep, beep,
landline,
beep, beep.
yeah,
Yeah, on a landline. Uh-huh.
And we,
Yeah.
our footage that we see is from a projector screen, not the actual footage that NASA had for the spaceship. So yeah, it's a lot of
And the
smoke
idea,
there.
the concept was we were watching this live.
Yes.
Was that what we
Yep.
were
Yep,
watching
we were
live?
watching it
Was
live.
them drop off there and
And get the famous quote: "One small step for man."
man, one giant
Yeah.
bullshit for mankind.
So
Yep.
it's interesting. So
Huh.
that's kind of where we're at, folks. Email us. Tell us what you think. Email us at twcgchat@gmail.com. Let us know.
Do you believe?
Did we land on the moon or did we not land on the moon? Did we partially land on the moon? Did we orbit the moon and come back and shoot a flag down with a rocket and, it stuck straight up? Did we do that? Let us know. Let us know what you think. Email us. And email us as well. Let us know if any topics you'd like for us to cover, review, movies, books. We're open to anything and everything. So yeah. You guys have anything last parting shots at the moon there before we head out?
That's it.
No?
I think we did it.
Yeah, I think
that's it.
I think we
My
butchered
mind's
that one
blown
there.
now.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like questioning everything about my childhood that I was taught.
Yes, that's where it is. I just
Your staying questionable idea kind of screwing with me right now.
Yeah. Well, stay questionable. It's possible not. I have more cons that we didn't, or more visions of not going as against we actually did go, and I'm kind of like, why is this outweighing that, and it's just kind of like, oh, well, maybe something's there. So and the logic kind of tells you if something's outweighed like that, it's possibly so. So what it was they were saying, I can't remember. Here again, I can't remember who quoted it, but believe nothing that you hear and only half of what you see. That's very good logic and wisdom to walk around. Believe nothing that you hear and only half of what you see. So we saw the video screen, projection screen of them landing on the moon. They wouldn't give them the actual footage, live feed. And I was like, okay, you're starting out on the wrong foot there, Armstrong, but here we are. But, all right, fellas. What do you got there?
I don't want to. I could go even further. I'm just going to wrap this up. Just keep going. I don't want to go down there.
No, but yeah, I think we'll try to wrap it up around the water cooler this week. Another fun week, fellas. I had a good time. Hope you guys did as well. Hope the listeners did as well. Again, email us. Let us know what you think at twcgchat@gmail.com. What's that, brother?
I said I got my title back. I'm even with the win-loss record
Yes,
now.
you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Even with that 1964 answer, I tell you.
Yeah.
Big year. Went to the moon, sunk Titanic.
Yeah.
I choked on this one.
Yeah. It was the flag stripes, too. I was like, ooh, he's going to lose right here on this one.
Yep.
And then he came out with 24. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm actually proud that I got that one.
Yeah. And you were pretty spot on.
Bam.
Pretty quick with it, too. Like you knew it. So,
yep.
So anyway,
1964.
Yeah, you knew it.
Just before the moon landing.
Just before. So we'll catch you again next week, same time, same water cooler. And remember to stay cool and stay questionable. We'll catch everyone later. We'll see ya.